27 times. 27 versus 1 in terms of how much reward you get. So what is the point? Try to do as many prayers as you can in Jama'ah, in Ramadan, especially, right? But now, especially in the last 10 days. So Maghrib is going to come, inshallah, in like 45 minutes, right? So when you pray Maghrib with Jama'ah, inshallah, right? So Maghrib tonight is going to start the 24th night. And you can imagine Maghrib tomorrow is going to start the 25th night. So I want you to visualize this. Pray Maghrib with Jama'ah, ideally in the masjid. There's more reward for the masjid. You get the reward, right? And also from there, the bigger the Jama'ah, the bigger the congregation, the more reward. It's in the masjid, even more reward. You get the point. Pray Maghrib with the community, right? In a Jama'ah. Now, the next night is starting. These are the blessed nights of Ramadan. Have your iftar. There's more barakah, the Prophet said. There's barakah in eating together versus eating separately. So, I mean, if some people, because of their job, because of their work, because of their life, they have to eat alone, but we're not. We're a community. We're a ummah of community. Try to eat with people, right? Try to eat. There's more barakah in eating with people. May Allah reward the Amir. May Allah reward the Imam. May Allah reward the leadership of this community. May Allah reward all of the people that lead this community because, mashallah, every day they're arranging iftar in this masjid. This is amazing, right? Some masjids can only do it a few days a week. The fact that they do it every day is amazing. MashaAllah, alhamdulillah. And may Allah reward them immensely. Ameen.
Ameen.
Now, so between Maghrib and Isha, it's your time to eat, your time to relax, your time for fellowship and brotherhood and sisterhood. This is, you're the Prophet. By the way, people don't know this. They think it's like you're being extra pious if you just stay quiet. No, the sunnah is when the Prophet will eat with people, he will talk to people. This is what we saw our teachers do, and they learned from their teachers, and they learned from the Salaf. Is that when you're with people, the whole point of being with people is it brings the hearts together. Is that don't just eat them, but when we're all eating, talk to your neighbor. By the way, I'll make another point of this, right? Human beings are human beings. The heart is a different way. So people, they only talk to their friends or people that they're really comfortable with. That's the response. Imagine the rewards. Imagine the blessing. Imagine how much Allah loves it when you and I, quote unquote, outside of our comfort zone. And I'm in the masjid, and there's the brother sitting next to me, but on the left side, my friend. If I keep talking to this guy, and I ignore this guy, how does he think that make that person feel? Allah despises this. To make someone feel left out, to make someone feel like, oh, you're not with us. Where am I getting this from? There's a hadith of a well-known hadith. It's an authentic hadith that when there's three of you, two of you should talk to each other to make the third person feel left out. These are the adab, these are the etiquettes, the morals, right, of living like a beautiful, healthy, Muslim life, Muslim community. Don't talk to the people even that you don't know that iftar. This is how we have ukhuwah, this is how we have brotherhood, we have sisterhood, right? We have to build these bonds. So we just got Maghrib to Isha. Then, if you need to, refresh your wudu, get ready to pray the Isha and to pray Tarawih if you're able to. Because I'm not going to go through it right now. We've already had many halaqas and khutbahs on the virtues of praying in congregation, the virtues of Tarawih, etc., etc. But remember, your evening has started now. So when the hadith talked about the one who sacrifices their sleep, and the one that stands in prayer, and the one that makes an effort throughout the night of Ramadan, I'm going to go in a second to tell you what the great things are in just a second, but I want to finish this to get you to Fajr. Now, you're going from Isha, Tarawih, all the way until, let's say, 5 o'clock, right? 5:30 is Fajr time. What you should do is, the best thing you should do, if you're able to, is stay awake as much as you can. Stay awake all night. That's right. Drink coffee and tea, right? But if you need to, because people have jobs, people have families, people have commitments and classes and things like that, okay, pray your Isha, your Tarawih, then take a nap. Sleep for whatever your body needs, maybe 2-3 hours, maybe 4 hours, but get up well before suhoor. And you get up for suhoor, you make wudu, now more pain. Now you pray tahajjud. That is called that qiyam. The last part of the night is tahajjud. Tahajjud is when you go to sleep and you wake up again, this is your tahajjud. That was the tahajjud of the Prophet and of the Salaf Salihin, right? So then you get up and tahajjud is, 2. It's generally the hadith we understand. The well-known interpretation is that it's 8 rakats by the Prophet as per the hadith of Sayyidina Aisha radiallahu anha, right? Make them long rakats. Try to extend it. Right? Some people say, oh, I only know short surahs. That's fine. Say you only know two surahs. Just keep reading those surahs over and over again in your. The whole point is extending your qiyam, making a long ruku, making a long sajda, right? Instead of saying Subhanallah al-A'la 3 times, say 5 times, 7 times, 9 times, 11 times, right? The sunnah is to say that number of times. And when you say, don't rush through it. Be present physically, emotionally, spiritually. Your head is doing sajda on the ground in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You're making dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You're praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You're glorifying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What did the Prophet say? He said the closest a servant comes to Allah. And we use closeness here in a metaphorical sense. Allah is beyond time and space. But the closest a person comes to their Rabb is when they're doing sajda. And so make a long sajda, make a long ruku, make a long qiyam, and then do your tarawih, or do your qiyam, excuse me. And then leave time to have a good suhoor, right? Eat a proper suhoor. And when you're eating the suhoor, the intention of your suhoor is, Ya Allah, this is in your heart. Ya Allah, I'm eating the suhoor because the Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam made suhoor. And the Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam made dua for the people that eat suhoor. He praised them. And the angels make dua for the people that eat suhoor. And the Prophet said, this is my sunnah. And we follow this to be close to the Prophet and to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's why we have suhoor. And then that takes us up to our fajr, right? And then if you can't pray fajr, if for whatever reason you can't, you pray your fajr. And now you've gone through the night, right? The night is defined in our deen as from Maghrib until Fajr. It's not from Isha until Fajr. It's from Maghrib all the way to Fajr. So why is I giving you this hack? The hack is pray Maghrib in Jama'ah. Have iftar with people. You get more rewards, more pray Isha if you can. And then take a rest if you do. If you can't do it's the famous hadith. I mean, our Imam and the other Masjid quoted it for Jum'ah. He said, well done, hadith, authentic hadith. When the last 10 nights of Ramadan started, the Prophet would tighten his belt, would wake up his family, and he would worship all night. And we know that even in our language, right? It's an idiomatic expression. What does it mean when you roll up your sleeves? When you roll up your sleeves, in English, it means what? You're going to get the job done. You come to work. You're not here to be on your phone. You're not here to chit-chat with people. You're here to lock in. Right? That's what, when they said he tightened his belt, his lower garment, these are. That's like in English, when you tighten your belt, it's like, okay, I got some serious work to do. That's the mindset. That's how the Prophet approached the last 10 nights. Now, like I said, if you can afford it, you have the energy, you have the time, you don't have to go to work at 6 in the morning or 7 in the morning. You can, sleep in the next day. Then you should try to stay awake as much as you can. But everyone's body is different, everyone's situation is different. But you have to give up something. You have to sacrifice your sleep. That's the point that I want to make. Now, the next thing we'll talk about, what do you do? Right? Because the fascinating thing is, we already talked about establish the virtues of staying away from Laylatul Qadr, right? And this is the Al-Fishab, is what it says in the Quran. It's better than 1,000 months. And the scholars have 2 ways of interpreting that, 2 basic ways, which are both beautiful. I mean, either one, you can't go wrong. One way is 1,000 months, if you do the math, comes out to what? Calculator on your phone, is 83 years. Now, one night, if you get that 83 years, what's the point of 83 years? That's in our English understanding. That's basically your whole life. Most people don't live to be 83 or beyond. Right? Most people, the average lifespan in America for American males is about 74, 76, or something like that. So basically that's an entire lifetime of worship on one night. Talk about an amazing deal from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so sweet, right? The other way of understanding it is in Arabic, because languages have their own logic to them, right? They have their own culture to them. Is that, when someone says in English, I've been waiting for like a million hours, where you've been late. Nobody means it when they say a million hours. I've been waiting, but I've been waiting in my car to unlock the door. Right? So in Arabic, in the rhetoric of the Arabic language, right, you say 1,000, right? A big number. A big number means it's immeasurable. You're not going to quote, do the math on it. It means, imagine, we take both potential interpretations, right? Allah knows what is the best one. Allahu Alam. Either way, you can't go wrong. Either way, talk about you've made it for your life and beyond, inshallah. You can catch, right? 21, 23, 25, 27, 29. Now, before I get to what you should do, I'll just mention this because it's always a natural question many people ask. Well, where aren't there hadith that give us a little bit of a better indication? And yeah, there's different hadith. Some hadith, many people, many cultures say 27. I've heard these positions and arguments before. Many people say, no, the Salaf, we said it was the 23rd, right? Different hadith, different narrations, different sayings. So the Salaf say different things. Our point is this: The scholars say there's a wisdom, there's a hikmah in us not knowing the exact one. Because what if it was the 25th, let's say? What if it was the 25th and you knew the 25th is the night? And that night, if you, I mean, in some way, I can schedule my life and take the day off to work the next day. Tell my boss, tell my family, tell my friends, I'm sleeping. I'm blocking the night before, you're not going to see me on the next morning, the next day. But now, something happens. You don't make it. You something happens. Something happens. You get sick. A family member, emergency. Something happens. You miss that one day. So the scholars say this for Allah knows. Maybe the wisdom is not knowing. Right? It's options. So you make it out of those five. If you try to inshallah, you will stop. Right? That's the logic, right? That's the mindset of the heart set that the believer will bring to try to, log in, as they say, for each other. Now, people say, well, what should you do on that night? I'll give you a couple options, inshallah, before we wrap up. The greatest thing that you can do, also some important teachings of the Sahaba and the Salaf, the greatest action you can do is prayer. There's actually no specified designated action for Laylatul Qadr per se. Knowing that Qiyam and Taraweeh is unique to Ramadan, is a lot of people have Qiyam standing at night. Hadith talks about whoever spends their night standing in prayer in Ramadan. Where the scholars deduce, right? They deduce from that the greatest thing that you could do is pray extra, right? I just want to say that out of your, that's option number one, right? Make long rakats. If you can pray in the masjid, pray in the masjid. You're going to pray at home, make long standing, make long ruku, make long sajda. If you say you don't know any surahs, keep repeating surahs in every rakat. The whole point is standing in front of Allah and His glorious book, or reciting His glorious book, right? The second thing that you can do after that is reading Quran. Because Ramadan is Shahr